All right. We are good to go. Please work. Please don't die. I say to the stream. Please don't die, to quote the pilot from Halo Infinite. Which is also me quoting a stream that's blowing up for some reason. Currently, as we speak, you've probably seen it in your own recommended, and I have no clue why. But that's nice to see. It's a nice, pleasant surprise to wake up to in the morning, I guess. The Anarchy Spud, hello again. Stalker, hello there. The Third Legion, Ambush, Rajin, Medics Dove, Rajin, I think. Benjamin Dry, the CG Zone. Samurai's Epic. I'm actually enjoying Infinite. Currently, as we speak, what are you currently playing? Are you grinding a battle pass or one of the weekly rewards? Turn the light on next to you. That's a good idea, actually. All right. Here, how's that? Just a little bit more illumination. Hello and maybe goodbye, says Pasta Boy. Don't say goodbye. Stay a little bit. How are you all doing, by the way? Truly, it is a late night for me, says Dan Storm. What time is it where you are? The title worries me. Don't let it worry you. It's positivity. It's optimism, my man. We are all going to be okay. So, I downloaded the Halo Reach Mythic Overhaul campaign. I've never played it. I've only played the firefight portion. So, why don't you guys join me? Winter Contingency. Skulls. Nah, we don't need skulls. Maybe just that one. But I don't think that does much in Reach, since the aliens do not speak English. They're probably making jokes in their own language, but apparently you can power scale Master Chief to city level attack potency and faster than light reaction speed. So lore accurate Master Chief is even scarier. What is this in reference to? This is the first time hearing it. What's your favorite armor ability from 3 or 4? Well, the armor abilities are not in Halo 3, they're in Halo Reach.
We're going to introduce ourselves to whoever took it out, and then Cat's going to get it back.
Lower the volume just a smidge on the game. Let me also know if my microphone volume needs to be bumped up.
You get a chance, maybe you can ask him, George.
Let's also get some fun reshade shenanigans happening. We could probably turn up red just a smidge. Yellows just a smidge. Cyans look to be good right now, currently. Yeah, I think it'll be good for now. I'll see what we can do once we're in game. Oh, snap, my man Strimmin gives me something to watch and listen to while cooking dinner. Hey, welcome, Brendan. It's good to see you, man. How are you doing? What are you cooking is a better question. This workshop mod is sick. You will enjoy. Dude, I loved the firefight beta that he released. So something tells me I'm going to love the hell out of this. Here, let's also bump down the FOV a little bit. Some people asked me why in some of my videos I'm running like an unusually low field of view. And there's actually a very good reason for that. It's for presentation's sake. Because if you're watching on like a small little screen, you know, you probably want to see what's going on, right? Where it definitely makes sense for me to be playing at like 120 FOV, but for your viewing pleasure, so you can actually see the enemies I'm shooting, so you don't have that warbly fisheye look, I tend to record my videos at a low field of view. I've been a fan for years. Keep up the good work, says Golden Rayquaza. I appreciate that, man. That you don't know how much that means to me. Late Night and General Kid are the best Halo YouTubers. Well, being compared to General Kid is an honor. That's an honor. Making some shrimp pasta with lemon. Jesus, that sounds really good. That sounds really good, actually. Is it just me, or does the Magnum look really cool? Yeah, he totally... Damn, the Magnum looks like really cool, actually. It looks like all the paint was taken off of it, so it's just the gunmetal. That's really cool, actually. Here, let me, I wonder if I can mess with the, Yeah, there we go, so that you guys can see it just a little bit. That's really cool looking. What's the title? Did something bad happen? No, nothing bad happened. The title is General Positivity and Optimism. How are you doing? Anyone else eat oatmeal for dinner? No, it's not just you. I used to eat oatmeal for dinner. This is probably like 2020 or something. What? All their armor is a different color too now. They're all like just generic military green. Okay. All right, well, let's get going. Something I didn't actually know is if you look over there, you can sometimes see what looks like a cloaked elite, like scouting you guys out. Which then probably feeds into why you come over here, and it's like all the wildlife is scared of something that you can't see quite yet. Quick, 343 Industries should make a role-playing system to make Hasbro's market. To take away Hasbro's market once OGL 1.1 is released. I'm gonna need some more context, man. What is OGL 1.1? If you don't mind me asking. Let's also get the rifle looking a little bit more flattering. There we go. Presentation. You can get a good look at like all the mechanical bits of the rifle. Reload animation looks clear and readable. It's not too small on the screen. So this mod, if you guys are wondering, this mod has kind of like overhauled the functionality of a lot of the weapons. It's a Mythic overhaul mod. Mythic Jockey did a fantastic campaign overhaul for Halo 3 that added almost every single weapon from across the Halo games. In the books, Kelly dodges sentinel beams pretty consistently, and Master Chief was able to damage the Didact slightly with a combat knife. The same Didact who is immune to his own composer, so it's wild. So I'm currently, my lore book, or my lore video that I made, which thank you all for the positive reception to it. I worked really hard on it. The lore video that I made, it's gotten me rereading the Forerunner trilogy, and I forgot how good that first book is. And it also definitely puts into perspective how goofy sometimes the Didact can be, depending on who's writing him, because yeah, definitely going from the books and who he is as a person to the game where he gets taken out with like a little grenade put in his chest, and then a knife, he managed to get a knife in the eye somehow. I'm excited about Epitaph, the new Didact novel. Has Master Chief ever used a knife before? Yes. Yes. In Halo 4, one of his main assassination animations against grunts is using a knife. Then there's also that one cutscene in Halo 4 where he clings to the side of a what are they called? Lich, using his knife. Do you think the assault rifle should have a scope? Me personally, no. I don't really think that's what the assault rifle is. All right. Let's see what weapons they got. Needle rifle, plasma pistol. Okay, so some of the weapons are kept the same. And then, of course, I saw you could throw fusion coils, which is really cool. And also in a clever bit of reuse, not having to make like custom animations or anything. It looks like he uses the energy sword's default holding animation. What is this? Is that just ammo? Probably just ammo. Let me see if I can find one. It's cool. I freaking love when modders do stuff like this. I'll see if I can find a fusion coil to show you. There it is. So look at this. It's just the energy sword. It's like default holding animation. He's modified it a little bit, but it's so that, you know, it works. All right. Okay, well, the throwing isn't quite as fluid as Halo Infinite's, but that's okay. That means Master Chief can box with early kid Goku. Probably. I wouldn't put it past him to try. I don't know. I feel like when it comes to, like, supernatural stuff, like obviously, like, these are completely different universes and everything, but, like, I don't know, man. We had this argument before, I think, where it was like, who do you think would win in a fight, Master Chief or Jesus? And it's like, well, Jesus's dad, like, created a universe. Master Chief's a guy who has some robot parts on his bones. I think Jesus has this one in the bag. I don't like that this mod has the full name of the weapons and no picture instead of the default. Got that from Infinite, not really needed. Yeah, that I feel the same way. That's one of the things about Halo Infinite that I don't think was necessarily needed here. Like the old system that they had where you just saw the weapon icon, like that worked fine. It communicated the information a little bit cleaner and better. Because definitely, I think it's there for new people. And I think actually it would benefit having that as a toggle in the option, like having the weapon type, what it is it fully automatic, is it plasma? But for me, as I play the games and I get to know the weapons, that information is no longer needed. So being able to simplify the HUD to just a weapon icon, I'm like, got it, that's the Storm Rifle. Which, hey, look, even the Storm Rifle's here. Hey guys, I know I haven't been around for a while. I hope you're all doing well. Noticed you had eyeliner before. Going through another emo phase? Possibly. Possibly. You're not the first one to notice it. It's good to see you, Halo Bro, by the way. Hasbro said tabletop RPGs such as Dungeons & Dragons are under-monetized, so they're changing their license to own anything with a dragon or uses a D20. Is that gonna work for them, though? What is this? This is cool. Hang on. Enhanced radar. Here, we're gonna run this armor ability for a little bit. Show your new piercing. Oh, what do you guys think of this? This was, I don't know if you can see it. I got my ear pierced. Rebecca helped me with that. This was, when did we do this, babe? Back in October, around my birthday? No, it wasn't around my birthday. It was just a fun night of insanity. And then I woke up with a piercing. It definitely, playing Sonic Frontiers and hearing Sleeping with Sirens kick-started something that can't be stopped now. Scene is coming back. This is cool. This is cool as an armor ability. I've currently got the armor abilities toggled to my one of my mouse buttons, so I can just like tap it here while I'm aiming. This is really cool. All right, let's see if the yeah, there they are, the data pads. Come on, mate, there's nothing going on. Oh, he changed them. He changed the data pads. It looks like they're left behind by Marines now. What is this? Mizraya Armory. Okay, I'm willing to bet then that that's ammo for something like a shotgun if I were to find it. The shotgun's in one of these huts, I know. Here's an interesting one. Spartan 2 versus Destiny Guardians. Who wins? The light is very powerful, but Spartan 2s do have insane reflexes. You can't kill a Guardian. I feel like Guardians would have it in the bag simply because you can't kill them. Nice. Nice. Look at this. It's the chunky boy from Halo 1. This is really cool. See, this is the stuff that made the Mythic overhaul for Halo 3 so much fun. It's just that every single goddamn level, there's like a new gun. Evade. Okay, evade's in the campaign too now. That's cool. I'm gonna stick with this like threat detector. Nothing else? Nothing else? Okay, I guess we can get out of here then. But now I gotta find wherever the hell I parked the... This isn't where I parked the Jeep, was it? Alright, come on, guys. CE Magnum's in the building. It is? Okay. Well, let me go see. Is that it?
Boss, I'm showing more activity to the east.
No, it's not it. Where is it? Combat Evolved Magnum in the building? Which building? Do you have a favorite Halo mod? Also been a fan for years. Sub to you back in the Halo 5 days. Keep up the good work, says Miles. I appreciate that. Thank you for saying that. But as for a favorite mod, to be honest, it's hard to say because every time that I think I found my favorite mod, there's like a breakthrough in the mod tools that allows like content creators to make even crazier stuff, you know? So it's like whatever answer I'm going to give you right now, it's not going to be the answer I'm going to give you in a year. Just because of how insanely innovative the modding community for Halo is. Okay, unfortunately, I can't find the Combat Evolved Magnum. Okay, let's say for the sake of an interesting discussion that the Spartan has a way to kill our ghost. And to be honest, ghosts aren't as invincible as ours in the game. They can get destroyed. They can, but don't they, like... Don't they, like, require special conditions? Like, even if you could shoot the ghost, it wouldn't do much. You'd need a specific kind of bullet to penetrate the light shield that the ghost generates around itself. Like, wasn't that, like, a huge bit of lore? Was that the way that Cade's ghost was assassinated? It was, like, carefully prepared over the course of months, like, securing the materials used to create the bullet and then smuggling the bullet to the sharpshooter. I might be wrong, though. Whoa, hang on. Let's get a look at that elite. Hang on. His armor's weird. Yo. Is that it? That's like a kit bash, like modified. It looks like the Halo 2 anniversary armor, but I don't want to say that in case I'm wrong. Whatever it is, it looks really cool on the Reach Elite body. That's why I said assume they have a way to kill them. Okay. The ghost isn't a problem. Like, Guardians, they're mortal going against a Spartan. I guess I'd still maybe throw my hat into the Guardian ring. Just because of all the insane stuff that Guardians can do. Like, Spartans, they're obviously, like, they're living weapons. They can make use of anything in their environment to get anything done. They're the best of the best. But they're the best of the best within, like, the rules of reality, which Guardians don't follow. Like, if a Guardian runs out of grenades, it can just manifest grenades. Like, I just feel like a Guardian it's not like a fair fight just due to the rules that each combatant is operating within, you know? That might be a boring answer. But I feel like Master Chief, third-person armor ability? There's a third-person armor ability? Did I miss that? It might show up in the next level. There might be a Combat Evolved Magnum in the other building in the room above saving the Marines. Possibly. Let's see, though. I figure the damage type, kinetic, plasma, etc. could be better communicated here with color-coded HUD elements, a respective icon like Infinite does. Something like that, right? Or even like, I mean, color coding, you could totally have it be like, okay, kinetic weapons are like gray. Plasma weapons are blue. Hard light are like Forerunner orange. And you could have like the icon pop up on the screen, you know, when you've got to pick it up. And just that icon is a different color. And that way, even for accessibility purposes, people could customize the color in the options menu. That way, like for colorblind folk who can't tell the difference between, like, you know, blue and green very easily. Third-person view. Interesting. This is cool. This is really damn cool, actually. Here, but if we're going to find the Combat Evolved Magnum, I got to switch back to first person. That is really cool, though, as an armor ability. Chief slaps away a missile. Not so sure about reality. Well, Chief slaps away a physical missile. But what about a laser missile? What about one made out of magic? Could Chief punch magic, I guess is what I'm trying to ask. And Chief is awesome, but I don't think Chief can punch magic. And it's not because I don't like Chief, I just think Chief has limitations. This is so freaking cool, by the way. It's a pity that I don't have, like, the sound effects downloaded, because I'd love to hear the roar of the Combat Evolved Assault Rifle. Oh my god, the elites. They're spitting out armor abilities. God, this is so cool. I freaking love Mythic Jacques, dude. Like, anything he puts up on the Steam Workshop is so gold. I can't wait to see him touch the other Halo campaigns, too. Come here, you. Alright. I mean, he fights people that shoot lasers and plasma at him all the time. That's true, but I don't think I've ever seen him punch the lasers back at the Covenant. Ah. He could totally punch magic, says the gamer doggo. Master Chief? Maybe Halo Legends. Maybe in Halo Legends. I feel like if we're talking about, like, realistically, I think Chief wouldn't stand a chance. But if we're, like, anime logic, like Halo Legends, then I think Chief could have a fighting chance. Chris FM says hi from France. Hello from America, my friend. How are things in France currently? You know what? Hang on, Brendan. Let me take back what I said, because I remember in the campaign, the launch campaign for Destiny 2, the second the Guardians lost their light, they were just like normal dudes. So I don't know, maybe. Maybe Chief would have a fighting chance if he could find a way to isolate the Ghost from the Guardian. Does this mod ever feel like too much thrown in, like SPV3? Well, what I think prevents it from feeling like SPV3 is that the level layouts are still the same. So the pacing of the original levels is still here, and it's preserved. Where SPV3, I think probably the problem that mod had was that it took levels that were relatively paced, or, well, you know, depending on how you feel. Like, if a level like Assault on the Control Room dragged on for too long for you, then holy moly, the SPV3 version is going to be a chore to play through, because it's so much longer. And what I think Mythic Jacques' mods benefit from is that he doesn't mess with the actual level layout, or mess with it in a way that extends the level length. Let me see what... I had night vision assigned. There we go. Okay. Here, we could swap out for the generic assault rifle now, I think. Let's actually see if we can get that storm rifle. All right. Let's even try out the needler a little bit. Oh boy. Oh boy. Do plasma weapons automatically pick up ammo in this game like Halo Infinite? I just watched a video about this mod like 2 seconds ago. Was it Mint Blitz's video? Because his video is what inspired me to pick up this mod from the Steam Workshop. Damn it. Okay. No click. Says, have you played Halo Combat Revolved? Which mod is Revolved? Nice. Okay, the plasma weapons don't pick up ammo automatically. Nice. Okay. Call me biased, call me nostalgia goggles, but I like that the plasma weapons don't operate under the same rule set as the kinetic weapons. I like that the plasma weapons, it's like, once the battery's dead, that's it. You gotta pick up another one. You can't just, like, pick up spare plasma clips like you can a kinetic rifle. It also gives you something more to do after the fight's over, because you're, like, running around looking on the ground for, like, a more filled up plasma rifle or something. It's just like more to do after the fight is over. Here we go. I also tried assassinating earlier, and I don't think I could. Combat Revolved is the one that adds new enemies and changes the lighting and stuff. Let me check it out. I think I might honestly have it downloaded. Did that Banshee just try to join the fight? I saw a dead Banshee earlier. Are they just like doing that? They're trying to dive bomb? What is that? Is that a carbine? Holy crap. Dude, the carbine. This is really cool. That's cool. It's like leaving radiation damage by the looks of it. Look, do you see how there's like trails of mist coming off of the enemies that I shoot with this thing? Yeah, look at that Banshee. What's he doing? What's that boy doing? You guys like video games? Yeah. I mean, yeah. Hot take. The whole ammo pickups thing in Infinite was a downgrade in general. It really kills the loop of picking up random stuff as you fight. I really like how that feels in Halo. Yeah, what's nice about it is that it adds a layer of tension to combat, that certain weapons that are really good at just certain weapons, you don't automatically pick up ammo for them. So there is the risk of you in the middle of a gunfight running out of ammo and it being this like moment of like, oh my god, my plasma rifle's dead. I've got to find a new one off the ground, which is a combat story that you don't really ever have in Halo Infinite just because, you know, the weapons are fine. Like they're always picking up ammo for themselves. As well as it just makes the weapons feel a little bit more alien, you know? It's silly that I can pick up spare clips for my gravity hammer, you know? Miss Super. Nobody... Oh no, did I miss this? Did I miss a super? Also worth mentioning that Infinite's detailed weapon aspect breakdowns take a second to appear before picking up the gun. They do, don't they? Which is like really odd. I would like to see variant armor abilities like active camo with a flare ability instead of a jammer, or armor lock with a concussion effect. Okay, so like taking armor abilities but then tweaking them just a little bit so that they are slightly different. A flare with a camo, almost like a Batman smoke bomb disappearing thing. Like you release a flare and then you're gone and nobody can find you.
I don't think it sounded bad on the comms.
All right, Corporal. Stay put. We'll get you a combat surgeon.
Damn.
I just discovered the music you used for the intro in some of your videos, and it's from SpongeBob. You found it. Yeah, you found it. Let's ask 343 how to reload a gravity hammer. I'm not even sure that the developers could tell you. Those functions are probably a result of like focus group testing and basically trying to make the game more accessible. Because I've witnessed it firsthand how to Halo fans it makes total sense, but to somebody who's never played Halo it can be hella confusing. It's very insightful whenever I watch Rebecca play Halo because she's not very familiar with Halo. And it's just like some weird mechanic like that comes out of nowhere where she's just got the plasma rifle and she's shooting and then it's dead. And it's like, where'd the ammo go? And it's like, no. Some guns don't pick up ammo. Well, how do I know? You just do. So I do get that to an extent. Opinions on Metro? Like Metro Exodus and Metro 2033 and stuff? Dude, that franchise slaps. All right. It's good to see the Halo 2 Anniversary Battle Rifle. Something feels weird, though, about this battle rifle. Oh, it's got a little vertical recoil like Halo Infinite. Okay. Here, I saw a nice little plasma rifle over here somewhere. There it is. I wonder if it's got, like, any side effects. Like any alternative uses. Because the plasma rifle was more or less just a submachine gun in this game. Where the music? I'm not sure where the music is. The update broke some things, like Seraph's not spawning at the start of Long Night. Okay, gotcha. So there are a couple of bugs in this. Okay. That's fair. What is this? Hello? I think this was in the Halo 3 mod. Okay, let's... This thing is so freaking cool. It had a slightly different model in the Halo 3 mod. In fact, I think I recognized where they got the model from. It looked sort of like they kit bashed a Black Ops 3 rifle, of all things. This one looks a lot more original, but I remember thinking, I was like, I recognize this gun somewhere. I've seen it before. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's also come over here, because, look. Halo 2 energy sword shape. The super, super round one. And also the bright blue. Which I am a sucker for the bright blue energy sword. If you guys have ever seen the Halo 5 beta, the energy sword, I don't think it has ever looked so beautiful in any Halo game than what it looked like during the Halo 5 beta. Like, you ignite it, and the blade is so burning hot that it's almost white. It looked gorgeous.
This is plasma damage. All major uplink components of 5.
Regarding delayed weapon details, players unfamiliar with the gun will slowly approach it and read out the name and details. Familiar players who don't need that info, so it won't appear when quickly picking it up. That's a good point. I think a problem with that approach, though, is just that, like, most people don't, like, slowly walk up to a thing. Like, if you ever watch gameplay, like, people are, like, starting and stopping and, like, shuffling about and moving really fast, you know? And they're just kind of, like, reacting to things. Like, usually somebody will run over a gun, see the icon for a second, run past it, stop, then back up and press the key to pick up the weapon. So I feel like just honestly, like some kind of like tutorials option would be beneficial, but I don't know if maybe they didn't do that because of just engine limitations. That's kind of why we can't actually customize our HUD in Halo Infinite. It's because of just like the way that under the hood the HUD system is designed for Halo. It's not very modular.
Due to the sensitive nature of this facility, use of orbital rounds has been for the moment prohibited.
Cat, 6. Push back the attack on Sword Base. Find out what we're dealing with.
Man, I miss how the Halo 5 beta looked. The retail game always looked off. Yeah, the Halo 5 beta, it had self-casting shadows in both first and third person. So your Spartan would always be casting a shadow that would fall, that would, you know, like if there was a light source behind the Spartan and he turned his back, the front of the Spartan would be cast in shadow and there would be a long shadow on the floor. And then even in first person, your gun would get shrouded in shadow from, you know, your shoulders and your head. But for the final game, they completely removed that. So in the final game, no matter where you look, you'll never see a shadow fall across your gun. And it's very distracting. But part of the reason that they probably disabled that, honestly, is I believe it's pretty taxing for like frame rate to be able to do that in real time. And also, I'm not sure if they even like changed their lighting engine from the beta to the final release, and so certain things were just removed. And then of course there was even more optimization things, which is why in the final game also they kind of got rid of, yeah, this is my boy. Dude, I freaking love the Halo 4 design for the DMR. It's such a cool looking gun. That looked like a Tartarus brute. He had a Tartarus haircut. God, I miss the Tartarus haircut for the enemies, or for the brutes specifically. Don't get me wrong, like the biker, bad boy, goatee look that the Halo 3 brutes have with the mohawks, those look really cool. But the big mutton chops, like old-timey American Senator Teddy Roosevelt handlebar mustache-looking brutes, I freaking love those ones. Never forget all we lost for 60 FPS Halo. Well, it wasn't just 60 FPS. It was trying to... Are these two different assault... No, they're not different battle rifles. It's not 60 FPS that they were trying to reach. It was a higher resolution. Because the Halo 5 beta, it was 720p, 60 frames per second. But that was around the time when everybody was losing their collective minds about 720p Xbox One games. I remember the game that kickstarted it. It was Call of Duty Ghosts, if any of you guys remember. It came out that the PlayStation version was running at 1080p. Well, the Xbox One version was running at 720p. And gaming media and comment sections, they did not let up. Once they discovered what resolution is, every Xbox game was scrutinized under a microscope. Like, it's only running at 720p, not a true 1080p like PlayStation. And so Xbox, they were kind of bullied into forcing all of their games to run at higher resolutions, even at the cost of better graphics. And Halo 5 was unfortunately one of the many casualties of that. Of like they just arbitrarily increasing the resolution at the cost of even the game's visual presentation. And it just sucks, man. What do you think they have Paul Baritone doing now since the campaign is on ice? I have no clue. I could theorize, but it would just be like theorizing based on no evidence. I have no clue what they're doing. What is that gun? Hang on. Oh, it's just a freaking piece of debris. Okay. All right, let's get going.
I agree. Go for the gun.
I remember Titanfall 1 was hilarious for the specific resolution of 729p. Oh yeah, 729 pixels. Technically, it's not 720p. Yeah, it's... Man, that was such a dark time for the Xbox One, I remember. Because it's true that the Xbox One, it definitely wasn't as powerful as the PlayStation 4. But, like, just... I don't know. I feel like the resolution war, and it's still going on, the resolution war, though now it's kind of moved on to the frame rate war. I kind of miss just games that, like, visual clarity is important, but I feel like you can have visual clarity not at a super high resolution, you know? And 343 was one of the first developers, if I remember right, that actually kind of, like, kick-started the dynamic resolution boom. Like, Halo 5's dynamic resolution system was kind of, like, unseen, and everybody was talking about it. But, you know, because it's an Xbox game, everybody was like, isn't that embarrassing that they developed this system where it can't stay at a set frame rate because, or a set resolution because the Xbox One just can't keep up? What is going on? What's this walk animation? Look at that clever reuse of various animations using the sniper rifle reload animation. All right.
Nice work, Spartans. Head to Farragut Station.
Zachary Rosh says, off topic to the current subject, but I wanted to say something about your canonizing armor cores, and something you may not have realized is MCC has done this with Halo 3's Anvil project, Joint Elite project. Canonizing, like, kind of like off-brand Elseworldsy cores. They did that for they did that for those like Halo 4 Reclaimer Saga cores, right? They definitely could do that. I don't think anything is stopping them. Oh man, and something. So for the armor core canonization, probably a point that I was missing out on. Oh my god, look at the freaking penguins. I saw him messing with this, like restoring lost AI wildlife as well in Halo Reach. I'm not going to try to shoot them, by the way, because that's just cruel. That is so hilarious, the little penguins. But a bit of context that I probably should have hammered home in more is it's not that the armors have to be canon because non-canon is a bad idea. It's that so much effort and writing time is being put into the non-canon nature of the armors. Like, to the point that resources arguably are being diverted from expanding the world of the game, which is currently very dry right now, you know, narratively. So instead of expanding the world of Halo and giving, you know, Halo fans something good to eat, narratively speaking, so much time is being spent on expanding fictional worlds that are kind of one-and-done marketing blurbs for these, you know, Elseworld armors, that it's kind of like, you know, it's one or the other. Because 343, they're not particularly great at multitasking. And right now, I feel like they're focusing on the wrong thing right now, because Halo could, you know, bring in some of those talents close to home right now. Like, if Halo was in a better place, then there would be a lot of room to experiment with Elseworld story. But right now, there just isn't the room. Like, the main game needs the focus of the writers and the artists. But will you run them over? I'm not going to kill any wildlife, man. Once upon a time, I would have done it out of curiosity. But you know what? I am not even curious. I want to leave them be. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he even, like, upped the damage system. It looks like there's more particle effects and stuff flowing out of things. Here, I'm going to quickly throw on something. There we go. That's cool. A simulated mouse motion blur effect. Just to give the game a bit more of that, like, whoosh, 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 like, cinematic look to it. Camouflage, drop shield. Nah, I think we're gonna stick with these. Okay. Let's see if the sniper is still up here. If the sniper is even up here. I can't remember. What is this? Old games on CRTs look amazing. Old games on CRTs do look amazing, don't they? They look fantastic. Like, most games nowadays become muddier much quicker than, say, a good PS... Oh, I'm missing out on something. About visual clarity, I feel like it has dropped in general because of increased resolutions. Like, Combat Evolved on an old CRT TV might lose some details, but it was built in a way that you could see everything. Like, most games nowadays become muddier much quicker than, say, a good PS2 game. Yeah, I get that, and also even... I think a huge thing that I hate now in retrospect is that, was it like, it was like 2016 to, say, 2019-ish. No, it's still going on to an extent, was just like the obsession with temporal anti-aliasing. And so there's a lot of games now that you can revisit that just don't look very good. They look really like muddy and smeary, and they have like ghosting around shadows and stuff like that. And it's because of like the anti-aliasing methods that they're doing to try to make the image look clean. And it's like, it doesn't really make the image look clean. I almost wish I could just have this super pixelated image than this like weird smeary, blurry looking temporal anti-aliased image. You know? Here, let's grab this. Hey, it's the Halo 5 assault rifle because it's got 36 rounds and the aiming down the sights. Look, more Tartarus brutes. Oh boy. Okay. Hey, where are you going, buddy? Oh my god. No, there are assassinations in here. And I just did one of the very, very elusive, hard-to-pull-off brute assassinations. Has anybody ever figured out why they're so hard to do in Halo Reach? I mean, the answer is probably just that I'm not good at them, but... I'm not crazy, right? It's hard to assassinate brutes in this game. There we go. Those penguins remind me of the secret Half-Life opposing force penguins that you threw like snarks and also had frag grenades strapped to their back. Was that a thing in Half-Life? That sounds ridiculous. Are you a PlayStation person late night? I'm an everything person. I don't have an allegiance to any specific console. Freaking love Nintendo games. My favorite controller at the moment, at least modern day supported controller, is the DualShock 4 PlayStation 4 controller. Favorite exclusives coming out of any studio, it's probably gonna have to go to Nintendo. But I don't really have an allegiance to anybody. So yeah, I like PlayStation.
Noble strike. This is Noble Leader. Get back to Sword Base ASAP.
On our way, Commander. 6, let's go.
Skill issue, says Desert Fox. That's what I thought about the assassinations. It's probably honestly just a skill issue.
The sword base. The rest of your team is inbound, imminent.
Hey LNG, been watching your content since your videos on 343's Art Direction. Wow, that long. I wanted to ask you in regards to Halo Infinite, how would you rework plasma weapons, and what weapons would you like to return? How would I rework plasma weapons? What I would probably do is I'd untether Halo Infinite from the damage system that they're doing. How it's like kinetic weapons must perform a very specific way, plasma weapons must perform a very specific way. You know, give the plasma pistol back its little EMP overcharge. The arc weapons, maybe they don't have to always be EMP focused. Maybe they can have other uses. So first up, I would untether Halo from the damage type system that it's adopted, because I think it's a little bit too strict, creatively speaking. And then from there, I would start to, you know, dabble. I think that there's some things that just don't need to change. Like, I think the plasma rifle, it's fine. It never needed to go away. The reason it went away was a desire for new, from just like the years and years, I guess, that they've been using, kind of like 343 has been using their sandbox. They wanted like new weapons to try out. But I think like some stuff like the plasma rifle doesn't need to go anywhere. It was fine within the combat loop. It's kind of like the plasma pistol, you know? Just because it's old doesn't mean it doesn't work. It's old because it works. That's why it's stuck around for so long.
We're stalled in the tower atrium. Cat, where are you?
Opening the gate now.
I really like the DualSense. It's nice and big. The DualSense, maybe in like 100 years when I get a PlayStation 5, I'll give the DualSense more of an honest go. But it felt too, like... It's hard to explain. I like having a bit of room for me to, like, kind of, like, shift the controller around in my hands, hold it in different ways, and just kind of, like, let it rest in my hand, as opposed to feeling like I have to grip it constantly. Which is why I don't like the Xbox One controller too much. I think the 360 controller is a lot more comfortable for me to hold. And the DualSense, it does feel like Sony is trying to make an Xbox PlayStation controller in the vein of the Xbox One. And I don't think it's as comfortable as the PlayStation 4 controller. Like, as far as PlayStation controllers are concerned, they killed it with the PS4 controller. Like, I don't think there was anything they could have improved on it. Oh boy. Look, it's the Halo 2 shotgun. Oh boy. All right, come on, come on. Damn it. Have you seen the new OLED monitor? Imagine playing ODST with infinite contrast. The new OLED monitor. Is this for computers? Oh boy. Oh man. Come on. Come on. Show yourself. Give me your back. Give me your face, to quote Optimus Prime. Let's go down this way. Cut off. Oh, it's a grunt. Okay. Hey, little man. All right. We're going to show up to the fight with a sword and a plasma pistol, but I think we'll be good. Hello, late night gamer, says Dylan Bacon, followed by dozens of bacon emojis. I miss the shotgun. Dude, I miss the shotgun too. I personally don't like the feel of clicky triggers like the Switch. I prefer the feeling of pulling down the triggers manually. I agree with you there. I don't like that the Switch got rid of triggers and it made them just like fat buttons. But they probably did it less of like a, we're improving. And they probably honestly did it to benefit the portable nature of the Switch. Like, it's probably just easier when it's like, think of like a DS. Could you imagine how kind of like weird a DS would be like if it had triggers? Because when you pull down a trigger, you've got to grip a little bit tighter, you know, because you're putting pressure down on the top of the thing. So just making it like a little button that you just click. It's a little bit less pressure, a little bit less risk of a kid with loose fingers dropping it because they accidentally just pushed it like right through their hands. But I do agree with you. I don't like the I don't like turning the triggers into buttons, especially with Mario Sunshine on the Switch. Like, man, it's just Mario Sunshine on the Switch is just not the same as the GameCube version. Using the flood nozzle, it just feels so much better when you actually have triggers to control like the sensitivity of the streams. Oh my god. Let's actually run around with the spiker and see if he's done anything snazzy with it. Well, he definitely has from the offset. Look at the ammo count. Come on, yeah. Hot take, grunt heavies are a redundant specialist rank that offers zero gameplay variation and that other specialists afford. Doing stuff other grunt ranks have and could already do before isn't interesting. Yeah, the grunt heavies, I don't really see a need for grunt heavies. I personally love the Xbox One controller. I don't know it fits and feels so good in my hands. And hey, that's I've heard the exact same story from other people where they say that the Xbox One controller feels like damn near perfect. I mean, it probably should, you know, since they don't just invent these controller designs out of nowhere, you know. They do a lot of testing and research in order to make them feel good. So the Xbox One controller, it makes sense that it would feel the best in most people's hands. Rocket launcher. All right, let's take it. Come here, you.
Upstairs, Lieutenant. We need those long swords in the air.
All right, here's the part where we kill. Oh my god. Is this a missile pod? Oh my god, it's a missile pod. Dude, I freaking missed the missile pod so much. It's not even like it did much, you know? It's just like picking up the missile pods on Valhalla when the match starts and just like ruining anybody's day who's taken the Banshee into the skies. Come on. What are we waiting for? Do we have to destroy all the Banshees? You gotta forgive me, it's been a very long time since I played a full Reach mission. Hell yeah, we gonna be alright. We gonna be alright. Open your heart. It's gonna be alright. To quote Sonic Adventure. I'm just sick of the PlayStation controller thumbsticks being the same height. It's so uncomfy to me compared to the Xbox's offset thumbsticks. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever get used to that. It cramps up my thumbs after a while. It's just like, I don't use both of my hands equally. Like, they have strengths. Like, my right thumb is a lot stronger than my left thumb. So having the left thumbstick also down here, like, my left thumb usually cramps up after a while of using a PlayStation controller.
Beautiful, ain't it? Someone should take a picture. Nice work, by the way.
I really wish they would bring back assassinations. I get that they don't offer bonus points, but they were so freaking cool. Even COD copied them. Oh, I agree. And the reason that assassinations aren't in Halo Infinite, it's not because it was a tactical gameplay choice made by the developers. No, they wanted assassinations too. It was purely an engine thing. The animation system and the player rig for the new player rig for Spartans in Halo Infinite, it just didn't support assassinations. And by the time that the system was going to be ready, the game would have taken too long. So they just shipped the game without assassinations. It was not something they wanted to do. You know, but of course, you know, with marketing, like, you know, our game's amazing. Everything we did was intentional. Like, no, that's not the real story. All right. Dude, I just realized this mission would have been a lot cooler if you had silenced weapons. All right, shrimp pasta done. Time to eat. Have a good rest of your stream, man, says Brendan. I'll see you later, man. Enjoy the shrimp pasta. Let me know how it came out. How can the Endless be more dangerous than the Flood? I can't buy it. I don't think the Endless are... What's the exact quote from Cortana? I don't remember the exact quote. But the way I remember it was, as far as, like, the Forerunners are concerned, the Endless marked the biggest threat to their legacy. Not like literally these are more dangerous than the Flood, because, well, no, they had to use Halo rings to stop the Flood. But it's more that, like, the Forerunners, they had this grand plan for the galaxy, even in the face of, like, humiliation with, like, the Flood and kind of the realization that them being the inheritors of the mantle was all a lie and everything. Like, they still had this ego that they were caretakers of all life and that they were going to go to their grave and they were going to set up the next cycle of the galaxy to their designs. And the Endless, they're a threat to that. Because the idea was going to be, we fire the Halo rings, galaxy is wiped clean, we reseed life in the galaxy, and it all goes according to our plan. But you can't have a reset if there's already a civilization that's doing pretty okay. Like, with the next cycle, the Endless probably would have come out on top as, like, the de facto rulers of the galaxy, because they had a head start. Because they survived the firing of the Halo ring. So it's that the Endless represented the biggest threat to the Forerunners' legacy since the Flood. Not that they literally were more dangerous. They would have destroyed the galaxy more than the Flood would have. I hope that makes sense. Just joined. What are we going to be all right about? Everything. Everything. We're going to be all right about everything, man. Welcome to the stream, by the way. What happens if the community hates the Endless? Get retconned out of Halo like the Prometheans? I hope not. I'm so tired of 343 doing something, the community hating it, and then them being like, never mind. Access datapad. What is this? That's cool. That Mythic Jacques, he added like little lore tidbits. From the ground level, from the people of Reach. You know what is cool, though? The original lore datapads for Halo Reach. It's one of the coolest storylines that Halo unfortunately dropped. And, like, Halo has a bad history of starting things and then stopping them and changing their minds and never following through. But what Halo Reach set up with its lore datapads was really cool as an idea. If you actually read the lore datapads, they're like these transmissions that are coming from deep space. And I can't remember if it's somebody on Reach who is obsessed with this, like a conspiracy theorist who's correct. But basically what he discovers is that for thousands and thousands of years, the human race has been subtly guided by a collective of artificial intelligences. Some of them are from humanity, but some of them are much older than the human race. And it's just like this council of artificial intelligences. And what they're basically arguing about, the terminals are like an argument between them, like trying to figure out basically what's going on. Because what the AI believe in is that we need to subtly guide the human race to where we want them to be. We can't intervene directly. And this Covenant invasion, this war, it's going to be the end of the human race if we don't do something. And so it's just like this argument between this Council of Artificial Intelligences on if they should step in and actually do something to save the human race. And it's a pretty damn cool subplot that Halo just dropped. It just dropped it, and I don't know why. It was really cool. I freaking love that stuff, like that conspiracy stuff, like since the dawn of time. The Cabal, the Council, they've been guiding us. And now that we know, it's time for us to break free and carve our own path in the universe. Do you think 343 has a narrative reason for not including OG Covenant weapons aside from the plasma pistol in terms of the Banished? Also, would you like the SMG and Magnum to make a return to Infinite? I don't think there's an actual lore reason. It's entirely Sandbox driven. You know, Sandbox decides they do not want the shotgun, they don't want the SMG or anything like that, and that's how it goes. Oh man, here comes the big men. Let sleeping dogs lie. Let's see if we can get out of here. Oh god. I remember Marcus Leto wasn't too happy with how these things came out in the final game. On Twitter, he was kind of poo-pooing them. Which kind of sucked. Because I thought it was a cool idea. POV, you're waiting for him to turn his head and look at the chat. Oh no. I should focus on the chat more, shouldn't I? I recently found out that Infinite had some concept art with the Prometheans fighting the Banished. That makes me annoyed since I like the Prometheans and didn't get to see them be fun to fight. Yeah, the Prometheans, I feel like they could do it. They could do it if they probably had one more shot. Because each game, they figured something out with them. Like, in Halo 4, I think, you know, as much as like Halo 4, you know, it has its own problems. They were getting there with the idea of like the combined forces all bouncing off each other and working together. There were a lot of problems that could have been worked through. And then with Halo 5, what they found out was they found out like, you know, the Knights, how to make them really fun to fight. And I feel like if they were to have one more crack at them, they could probably get it. The Halo 4 Prometheans were the best iteration. As far as like a Halo-y combat loop goes, I agree. They felt the closest to like a standard, you know, like Covenant combat dance type of enemy, where they're all bouncing off of each other and reacting to what's going on the field. The Halo 5 ones, they felt a little bit more like a Call of Duty shooting gallery, like guys hiding behind chest-high cover and popping out and firing at you and then hiding again. Like the Promethean soldiers, I don't think they did it, unfortunately. But the Knight was awesome in Halo 5. The Knight was so much fun to fight. It perfectly captured that old Bungie Hunter feel, like the super bulky, tanky enemy with a super exploitable weakness. And if you know what you're doing, you can take it down really fast. And if you don't know what you're doing, it's going to give you a really hard time. Here, let's skip ahead, actually, or let's check out a different. Hey, Derek, Teeters. That's what I call my dog. Derek Teeter just donated $10. I appreciate it, Derek. That's really kind of you, dude. Do you have a message you want to pass on? That's really nice of you. I appreciate it. Oh my god. Oh god. I forgot how many of these I have. Look, wait. No, this is Halo 3 Combat Evolved. I don't have Halo 3 Halo Combat Revolved. There's Combat Revolved. Somebody was just asking about that. Oh boy. Have I played this already before? I might have. Here, let's try. Hello, doing all right? We're doing brilliantly. The first time I saw a knight in Halo 4, I immediately thought of it as an elite equal. Yeah, the knights, they had that elite vibe to them. Halo 5 crawlers should have been named walkers since they couldn't crawl on walls anymore. I know, right? I wonder why they got rid of that. They can't crawl in Halo 5? No, in Halo 5, for some reason, they lost their ability to stick to walls. You only ever see them on the ground.
Chief? Chief, can you hear me? At last. Are you all right? Can you move?
Dylan Bacon just donated $3.60 as well as a ton of bacon emojis, which I appreciate quite a bit. I'm always down for some bacon emojis, to be honest. They crawl on all fours, though, says Andrew. That's true. They are technically crawlers. Have you guys heard my pitch for crawlers from the Werner-Sage video on how I would make crawlers like fun as an enemy type? Not that they weren't fun before. Like they certainly function well. Hang on, this is cool. Let's also get a little bit of ambient occlusion in here. Here, watch this, guys. And I wonder if we can also bump it out to the environment. My pitch for the crawlers on how I would make them more fun to fight is instead of spawning them in, kind of like... Because what I love about Halo combat encounters is that typically you can stop them. Like very rarely is there the monster closet situation where just like a door opens and a bunch of guys come out. Usually encounters can be stopped and predicted. Either you're approaching the encounter and you can get the drop on them, or you can see a drop ship coming in and you can kind of get the first couple shots off. Like you're always in control of the situations. And so for the Prometheans, a fun way to do that probably would be like crawlers. What I was thinking about was, you know, the briefcase gun? Have you ever seen that? The briefcase gun? I don't know if it was ever a reality or if it was just something that was kind of like pitched and then never got up off the ground. But what I thought was, what if you make an enemy that's like a briefcase gun? So it's like, think of like Halo 3, how some fusion coils are attached to Forerunner walls and you can shoot them off and then they'll fall and explode. Imagine that for like enemy types. Like you trip something in a Forerunner hallway and then weird pillars start disconnecting, almost like a hive of bees. Like they're detaching themselves from the wall, like the wires are sparking and stuff because they've disconnected. They're unfolding their limbs and then crawling down the walls to greet you. And so as they're detaching themselves and unfolding and getting into combat mode, you can start like shooting them off the walls, and their corpses are like falling around you, like kicking their legs and sparking and stuff. Okay. All right. I think I got it. Looking pretty good. Rebecca's having a lot of fun with the bacon. Oh boy. I was reading the chat and I just bounced to my doom. Well, I guess we're going for a swim. Just joined the stream. I'm curious as to what this mod is because I noticed that it's the Halo Reach health bar in Halo Combat Evolved. It's a mod called Halo Combat Revolved. And it so far seems to just be a lighting overhaul. But I haven't actually gotten to combat yet, so we will see. You also probably noticed the textures on the weapons are a lot better. I'm not sure if they're using the textures that are available in the UI for the MCC. Because at the main menu, when you look at like your weapons and you can spin them around and stuff, they're using, if I remember right, it's 2K textures that were done by, I forgot who did it. But it's the textures that you can see in the menu for the weapons, they are not the original textures. Oh, this is not the same thing. Because you can aim down the sights with the assault rifle. Okay, so there's going to be some differences. All right. Makes me want to pick up a plasma weapon. This is pretty cool looking. The sunset halo ring. Go to the log besides the waterfall for a secret. You got it. Not much might have changed with the plasma rifle, to be honest. But here, let's quickly go check out the. Hey, what is that? I think I see a sniper rifle. There's so much more than just the lighting. I had so much fun with the mod. I can say it's my favorite mod I've ever downloaded for the MCC. Okay, give me a mission to play. What do you think is going to be the most, like, blow my mind mission in terms of, like, variety, fun factor, like just 1,000 things that are all very different and fun and unique? There's a plasma rifle all the way over here. Did this one just, like, bounce all the way down from the hill? Maybe. Late night, can you say, kept you waiting, huh? Or the engravings give you no tactical advantage. I'm not sure who I'm quoting. But I hope that you enjoyed that. Is this a CE mod? It is. It's called Halo Combat Revolved. Whoa. Whoa. Holy crap. Are those are those explosive rounds? Yeah, you guys better scream and run. What the hell? Just play 2 Betrayals. Okay, let's try 2 Betrayals. Because controversially, I think 2 Betrayals is one of Halo Combat Evolved's best levels. I'm slightly aggravated that he reloaded the rifle, but not the Magnum. Main menu is Unreal, trying its best not to be PBR. Engine is truly not PBR. I know that. What I mean is that the model itself has new textures that were made, and those textures also appear in the game if you run new customization. Excuse me? That's Nornfang, my dude. This mod has Halo 5 rec guns. It does? Oh yeah, I guess that is the Nornfang. I didn't recognize it. Well, I mean, outside of its functionality, I guess. Yeah, I think a lot of these textures are upscaled, possibly. Did they paint new shadows for this mod? Possibly. I saw some funky shenanigans. And it looked like at least maybe the lighting was rebaked and new shadows were placed. But it looks good, the mod. It looks very clear. What games are you playing, and what's your content plan for 2023? Halo is dead until the Halo BR or whatever Certain Affinity is developing for drops. It's certainly true, but it's not going to stop me from making Halo videos. But I am going to be branching out to other things. I am going to do a video that is like the, yes, I'm making one of these videos too. You know, the Halo is not the main moneymaker right now. I've got to branch out if I want to stay alive. Turn up the game volume just a little bit. Okay, I can do that. Oh, hang on. We gotta get a different gun. There we go. All right. There we go. Needler. What's different about the Needler this time? Okay, it fires a little bit faster by the looks of it. So I bet it functions more like the Halo, well, like 2 and onwards Needlers. But what games am I currently playing? Well, Rebecca and I are currently chewing through Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which is really good. Really good, surprisingly. I know that many a meme has been made about that game, but they are filthy, filthy lies. The game is very fun. Also chewing through currently Sonic Colors, as well as Sonic Adventure DX for the GameCube, as well as Sonic Adventure 2 for the Dreamcast, so that we can play around with the VMU system for the Chao Garden. Sonic fans, if you know, you know. And the reason I'm playing DX instead of the Dreamcast version is so we can goof off with the tiny Chao Garden on the Game Boy Advance, because we have a link cable. Oh boy. This is intense. Are they firing more and firing quicker? Come on, come on. Got him. Okay. Let's go get that sniper rifle back there. Look for the pink elites. I think they're Silent Shadow. The Silent Shadow are in this mod. Okay. And I mean, of course, the counselors. Or not counselors. The, Royal Guards. Is that what they're called? Dude, my brain is scrambled right now. Come on. There you go. Is this combat revolved? It's combat revolved. It's not cursed Halo. Bring back the Chao Garden, Sega. Yeah, Chao, like Sega, dude. Sega's sleeping on money. So if you guys don't know what the Chao Garden is, basically back in the late 90s, early 2000s, you know, Tamagotchi, like they were everywhere, like digital pets and stuff like that, those like life sim type things. Well, my theory is that they were inspired by Nintendo's Pokemon, and so what Sega came up with was the Chao. And they were these adorable little creatures in the Sonic Adventure games for the Dreamcast. And the Chao were awesome. So basically, in the games, you know, you destroy the Eggman robots and little animals pop out. Well, those animals you could actually collect, and after the mission was over, you could take them to your Chao Garden and give them to your Chao. And your Chao would become best friends with the animals that you bring them, and they take on, like, characteristics like little dog ears and stuff like that. And you could evolve your Chao over time. You could turn them into, like, Hero Chao, Dark Chao, depending on how you treat them. You could get toys for them. You could get boxes. You could get fruits and everything, because there was a Chao market. Eventually, with Sonic Adventure 2, there was a Chao kindergarten, so you could teach them how to, like, sing and write, and there were, like, Chao races you could do. And what was awesome is the Dreamcast, it had a VMU, it was called. So its memory stick was not like these old consoles, they had memory sticks that you had to get, that you plugged into your console if you wanted to save your game. Like, there just wasn't, like, it wasn't built into the consoles. So Sega's memory stick, it was a VMU type thing, like a virtual memory unit, they called it. And it was kind of like a little Tamagotchi. Like, you took your memory stick out of the controller, and then you could play little mini games that were themed around the games that you had save data on. And so they had like a little Tamagotchi Chao adventure thing. So you play with your Chao Garden on the Dreamcast, and then you have to leave. So you take out your little VMU, and your little Chao buddy is in there. And now it's like a Tamagotchi. You can play mini games with it and stuff and raise your Chao away from the console. But eventually, they stopped doing Chao Garden. And nobody knows why. They just stopped doing Chao Garden and decided it wasn't worth it. And Sega has been experimenting with like side game modes, side things to play in Halo games, That was a Freudian slip, dude. Holy crap. I know people are making jokes about Sonic Team and 343, but Jesus Christ. Sonic Team has been experimenting with multiple different ways to extend the longevity of Sonic games. With Sonic Frontiers, or with Sonic Forces, they had this, like, you know, your daily challenges. You log on and collect a ring for something. It's your daily challenge. And that didn't really work out. And with Sonic Frontiers, what they're hoping is going to extend the lifetime of the game is this open world format. Well, from where I'm sitting, I'm like, you guys really want people to constantly play your Sonic game and never stop playing it? Bring back the Chao Garden. Give people something to grind for after they're done playing Sonic levels. And then they're just going to want to go replay Sonic levels because they're going to want to get more animal friends. And if you guys remember, they tried to withhold Supersonic for Sonic Forces and make him a microtransaction. So it's like you pay $3 and now you can be Supersonic. It didn't work out. There was a lot of backlash. And Sega, you know, I get it. You know, you want to figure out extra ways that you can get some money out of your game. But I feel like instead of charging for Supersonic or, you know, doing these like deluxe edition classic music packs for Sonic Origins, you know how you could really get a microtransaction system going? People would pay money if they had a Chao Garden and they could buy cute little outfits for their Chows. Sega's sitting on a gold mine with the Chao Garden, and especially now that like the 2000s are coming back, you know, Tamagotchis are starting to be in again. You've got Scene Kids that are starting to come back. Like, the 2000s are returning. Tamagotchis aren't outdated anymore. They're not uncool. Like, the girlies, they love that stuff. And so, if Sega wants to be a little bit smart, maybe, bring back the Chao Garden. There's money there. There's value there in that idea. And I hope that in the next Sonic game, whatever it is, I hope that I'm greeted by a little Chao Garden and a little life simulation mini game. And there we go. There's my sales pitch to nobody in particular. Here, let me... There's a lot of shenanigans happening right now, and I see a few supers, so I'm going to probably die here, and then I'll get a chance to read the supers. This is so cool, though, that this... what was it called? The gravity wrench or something? Let's see. I understand if not today, but I think you should look at Ruby's Rebalance of Combat Evolved. It's my personal favorite of the CE mods. Ruby's Rebalance mod for Combat Evolved is on my radar currently. People have recommended it enough that I have to check it out. You, Xperia and Actman have had a State of Halo discussion. Should have a State of Halo discussion. What's your idea on saving Halo and its future 5-year plan? Classic gameplay reboot, 2026. The thing is, I don't even know if like a discussion would. I don't know if a discussion would be worth it, unfortunately, because 343 knows what they gotta do, you know? And this is divorced from gameplay, in my opinion. Like classic, modern, sprint, no sprint, none of that matters. The biggest downfall of Halo Infinite was the state that they shipped the game in and how long it's taken them. Still, to this day, they're still working to get the game into a good place. Like, next time... They don't really need people saying, you know, like, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. Like, they hopefully should know what they need to do next time. Because Halo Infinite, it's their second time launching a featuring complete Halo game, and their second time with it not being received well. And so I'm hoping that, you know, this is the last time they need to learn this hard lesson. But, I mean, a discussion would probably be a lot of fun just for the, like, you know, hanging out with the boys again. Like, Lord knows I miss chatting with Kelly, Luke, about Halo. The GameCube adventure games had something similar with the GBA link cable, allowing you to raise your Chao on Sonic games with the tiny Chao Garden. Yeah, that's, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, so when Sega... went out of the console market, they, you know, started bringing their Sonic games to other systems, most notably the GameCube. And for the Sonic Adventure ports to the GameCube, like Sonic Adventure 1 and Sonic Adventure 2, the Chao Garden was expanded with more features to kind of make raising Chao fun and addictive. And beyond that, the Sonic Advance games, they had a tiny Chao Garden that was even more influenced by Tamagotchis. And it was, you could use the link cable if you owned that, and plug it into your GameCube, and then you could like run around this little Chao Garden on your Game Boy Advance. And it was the Chao from your screen now on your little Game Boy Advance. Dude, just Chao Garden's awesome. There's so much money sitting there if Sonic Team was smart. I'm not sure if maybe it's a matter of resources. You know, because as game development gets harder and harder, like, you can't exactly have, like, one guy doing the level design anymore, one guy doing character art. Like, you need a lot more people. So I'm not sure if maybe in the past it was much easier to do a Chao Garden than it would be today, but it might be worth it for their next Sonic game, getting an outside studio to create a Chao Garden component. And then, you know, for the main developers to kind of bring back that animal mechanic where you could capture animals in the stages and then drop them off in the Chao Garden for your Chao buddies to play with. And with modern technology, there's probably a lot more they could do with the Chao Garden, like persistent worlds in the Chao Garden. There's a lot of money. There's a lot of money in the Chao Garden that Sonic Team doesn't want for some reason. I think this is supposed to be an Ultra Banshee. From Warzone, it's got the same similar color scheme. That's cool. Oh my god. Yeah, it's just straight up a fuel rod gun from Halo 2. That's cool. Let me see. I have an idea for a dedicated Chao Garden game where you earn items and rings across multiple compatible Sonic games. Frontiers Forces main. Dude, Andrew, that's a good idea. Oh man. Okay, let's. How about instead of a Chao Garden component for the next Sonic game, what if the Chao Garden was a free mobile app, or console app as well? It was a free download. But you could link your profile. And so actions that you did in the games would carry over into your mobile Chao Garden and stuff. Like, god damn it. God damn it. They could have, like, challenges to do, like revisiting old Sonic games for, like, winter events and playing winter-themed levels in them. Do you think kids can play Halo, or is it too mature? Well, modern Halo games are a lot tamer. So modern Halo games, I don't really see, any problems with playing those. The Bungie games, I also feel like they are... As the graphics get better and better, maybe things would be a little bit different. Like, Reach, I could see being a little bit grim for a child. Like, could you imagine, like, a little 7-year-old watching... the final cutscenes of Halo Reach where, like, Spartans are being stabbed and impaled with energy swords and they're, like, struggling to walk? Like, that would probably scar a little kid, as well as the Marines hanging on meat hooks in the barns. But, like, Combat Evolved. I think Combat Evolved will be okay, because the graphics are so cartoony by this point that it's, like, the original horror factor has been lost due to time to an extent. So, like, I feel like a little kid might not be nearly as scared. Although maybe just the graphical quality would induce a kind of like creepy atmosphere because everything doesn't look quite right. So it might actually inadvertently make Halo way more scarier. But that's a tough answer. Homework or Halo? Homework or Halo? Both. Both. Everyone has been screaming at Sega to make a Chao mobile game, but for some reason they just won't make it. Yeah, they're missing out currently. The American market, the 2000s are coming back. Tamagotchis, like they're at Target. You can buy them. Like people are getting into that again. And if they were smart, they would capitalize on that. And I hope that they don't drag their feet. Hell, even if it's like kind of like this weird, I know that Sonic Team, they have like this weird, they don't like lingering on something. Like they always move on and quickly abandon things and try new things, except for like the weird moments where they won't, kind of like the Wisps. Remember they tried to make the Wisps stick around? But like, I feel like, okay, maybe not a Chao Garden. Maybe a Chao Garden won't come back because it's been too long and Sega's scared. Make a Cocoa Garden. And there's money there. There is money there. Wouldn't a Chao Garden be a gacha game? Gacha game, like a waiting for things? That I think would be the concern. But if they were able to do it right, like monetize the cosmetic aspect of a Chao Garden, not the mechanical aspect of a Chao Garden, and you'd probably be golden. Halo 3 Marines getting infected by the Flood. Yeah, the Flood in Halo 3 would probably be the one reservation I'd have. Although even like Halo 3 gets a little bit much at some points, I think, in terms of like its violence if a kid was playing it. Thinking of like Truth with like weird growths coming out of his face, like shrieking, you know, and then getting stabbed with an energy sword. The Flood definitely would be like a hard no for a little kid. Damn it. Mythic Jockey is experimenting with a Doom-style destructible Covenant gore system in Reach. Here's to hoping he pairs it with combat evolved levels of blood. I saw a little bit of that. Is that what that is? He's going to actually be doing a gore system? Because that would be freaking awesome. Could you even imagine if he could get something like that working in Halo 4? Because the one thing that Halo 4's grunts are missing is they're missing the backpacks exploding. Oh, God. I recognize those. Oh, boy. How's 343 Guilty Spark in this mod? Let's check that out, actually. Cortana, that level is pretty yuck. Cortana's pretty yuck, but it's also just yuck because the level's not great. I'd pay money for cool skins in Sonic Frontiers, although they've only released free stuff so far. I'm not sure what kind of free skins I'd buy. Or, well, I wouldn't buy them because they're free. Let me try that again. I don't know what what skins would even... Because, like, for me, Sonic isn't a game where you put him in costumes, you know? There are games where Sonic has had different designs, but Sonic has always just looked like Sonic. Like in Sonic Colors Ultimate, they did like, you can customize the color of his gloves, you can customize the color of his shoes, and I'm like, well, but Sonic has red shoes and white gloves, why would I want him in anything else? So like the Santa hat Sonic and stuff, it's like, there are some people that would like that stuff and would go bananas for it. But for me, it's just like, but Sonic doesn't wear a Santa hat. But you know what I do run in Sonic Frontiers? Those soap shoes, I have not taken them off since I downloaded them. I always run the soap shoes. Missed a super chat about the Ultra Banshee, by the way. Let me check this out. All vehicles in Assault on the Control Room and 2 Betrayals are covered in frost. That's what it is. It's a frost coating. That's cool. Like contextual skins for some of the vehicles. Now imagine if you could do that for the guns. Imagine, oh my god. Imagine a mod that made things a little bit more contextual. Like, if you find a gun on the ground in the swamp, when you pick it up, the gun is going to have mud on it. Like, it's going to look muddy versus the weapons that you spawn with. Like, weapons held by enemies, they're fine because enemies have been holding them. But anything found on the ground in this swamp out here, it's going to be muddy. Weapons found on the ground out in the snow, they're going to be covered in frost. Soap shoes? Yeah, Sonic soap shoes. In 2000, no, not 2000. For Sonic Adventure, so, okay, quick history lesson. Back in the 90s, people were doing their home video skateboarding things with, like, the shaky cam and the VCR quality. Like, you know, lots of fun rock music, frosted tips, bleached hair. And there was a product called soap shoes. They were basically, like, they had giant arches in them, and the logic was that you would grind down like a railing on stairs, or you'd soap, because you were supposed to, I'm not sure why they called it soap actually, so I'm not even going to try to theorize, but the idea was you'd use these awesome shoes, like you could walk around with them, but then you can soap down a railing, and dude, go get the camera, this is going to be awesome. Soap shoes aggressively marketed themselves and had pretty big campaigns to the point that for a single Sonic game, Sonic Adventure 2, Sega changed Sonic's iconic shoes so that he wears gigantic soap shoes in that game. And it just so happens that the soap shoes of Sonic Adventure 2 look badass for Sonic, and it looks really cool on him. But then, you know, the promotion ended and Sonic never wore the soap shoes again. And now soap, I don't even think it's like a... It's either out of business or soap has become a different kind of company. It would be pretty ironic if they got into the soap business. But now Sega, every now and then, they kind of like dangle Sonic's soap shoe. It's like, imagine if in Halo Infinite you could unlock Halo 2 Master Chief. That's basically what soap shoes are for the Sonic community. It's like a fun, like ooh, like nostalgia, like dangling it over the fans. Remember when Sonic wore these? Maybe after the arches in shrinkflated soap bars. Oh boy. Maybe after the arches in shrinkflated soap bars. Maybe after the arches. I think I'm completely misreading that. Real soap shoes are dead stock now and don't exist, and they go for like $300+ on eBay, even the used ones. Yeah, and they're super dangerous too. The reason that they stopped selling them is because, well, people were like injuring themselves. Like they were a health hazard. Write the fraction as a percent. 5 to... What's going on in there? Are people doing homework in there? Oh my god, what if people cheated on their homework in these streams? Wouldn't that be freaking awesome? Hey, if any of you guys are still in school and you need your homework done, you should ask other people for help. Maybe after the art... No, I already read that. Okay. How would you make the AR in Halo fun for casuals and pros without just making it the Halo 3 AR? Well, I think you'd make it fun for casuals and pros by probably going for more of like a Halo Reach type of model, I'd think. Like probably Halo Reach, but more tilted towards Combat Evolved. Like make it just like this meat grinder, like a bullet hose, but it's mostly used for close range. That way the social multiplayer atmosphere doesn't kind of get disrupted. Like, people have plenty of ammo. They have plenty of room to run around with going crazy. And then for the ranked play, you could, you know, give people BR starts, and then things can get a little bit more ranged, a little bit more competitive and sweaty. Petition to force late-night gaming to homeschool us on live streams. Please don't do that. Please don't start a petition. Late-night gaming, what's your favorite Sonic model? Oh, dude. Dude, it's gotta be Sonic Unleashed. It's gotta be Sonic Unleashed. To the point that I have a mod downloaded that replaces the Sonic Frontiers model with the Unleashed model. Modern Sonic with the short quills, it doesn't look good to me. It doesn't work. I like modern Sonic having longer-ish quills. Should the AR out time to kill the BR outside of melee range, though? To be honest, I don't think so, just because the assault rifle is so easy to use. Like, I feel like for a battle rifle, if you have to press the trigger, you know, constantly, where the assault rifle, all you have to do is hold the trigger. Like, one of those guns, even if you are at basically melee range, one of those guns takes a little bit more effort to kill the other person, even if it's by manually pressing the trigger. And so I think just purely because of that, the battle rifle should be able to out-time to kill the assault rifle. But that doesn't mean it can always win, because I think if you're just focusing on purely gun versus gun, then, well, of course, I think the battle rifle should win. You picked it up off the ground. It should be better than your starter weapon. But if you're draining the shields and then bam, bam, you start meleeing, then sure, you know? Beat down and kill that battle rifle user. Because thankfully Halo has grenades and melee attacks. It's not always just gun on gun. But I do think if you pick the gun up off the ground, it should be better than your starter weapon. If you're playing in social situations, at least. Andrew Heisendrive, soap bars have arches on their bottoms. The idea is that companies are shaving bits off their products to keep up with inflation, i.e. shrinkflation. Is that true? Is that why soap bars have like little arches at the bottom? That is weird. I always just assumed that was just a thing. But it's a cost-cutting measure?
Stay close, Jenkins.
Hey, Late Night, what's your favorite Warthog design in what game? Oh, that's hard. I don't think there's ever been a bad Warthog design. The Infinite Warthog looks a bit off to me, just because it looks like the Halo 4 Warthog, but without the cool off-road cage. So that's probably, but even then, that's like, I had to force that opinion out, because it's not something I actually feel strongly about. This is damn cool, this lighting. Maybe the Reach Warthog is my favorite. What's the association with casual players wanting overpowered assault rifles? It's, you know, you want the gun to be easy. Like, you want it to be, like, you know, super rewarding. It's the same allure of, like, Call of Duty, you know, where it's like you pick a gun, center the screen, get the kill, and get the plus 100. Where it's like you want to be able to get at least a double kill with literally anything you pick up. That's kind of the logic, and I don't really think that benefits Halo in the long run. I think it's okay to have the starter weapon in social not be great compared to the weapons that you pick up off the ground. Because then that just means everybody from spawn aren't cross-mapping each other. And when you kill the guy who's going crazy with the sniper rifle, he's either going to die because he's going to make a mistake, or he's going to run out of ammo, and then he gets reset back to the same weapon as everybody else, the starter weapon. So it just keeps a constant cycle of cooling down the matches versus the super high adrenaline, everybody's cross-mapping each other, everybody's getting double kills, everybody's the console esports pro. making the starter weapon a little bit less forgiving, a little bit harder to use. I think it ironically makes Social Slayer a lot more casual, a lot more enjoyable. Okay. Crap, we gotta get out of here. I gotta say, the atmosphere in this level is insane because of the red lighting. Have you seen the crazy bots in Infinite when they get pulse carbines and needlers? The projectiles track from across the map. Yeah, I've seen that. The bots go crazy when they get certain weapons. Like, it's funny seeing what the developers assumed people would use the weapons like versus how the players really do. Because it is really bizarre how bots start popping off when they find a pulse carbine. I've heard Rocket Sloth and I think Hidden Xperia hating on the Halo 4 and 5 Warthog. It's fine looking. It just looks like a Warthog with a couple modifications, you know? Like, what's cool about the Halo 4 Warthog is, as far as a redesign goes, it still looks like a Warthog. Like, really, really looks like a Warthog. But the details have all been changed in a way that complements the design. So it's like if you put the Halo 4 Warthog and the Halo Reach Warthog side by side, there are a lot of differences between the two, but the silhouette is still the same. And the actual details make two independently really badass looking vehicles. And the only reason that I could even like force out a complaint about the Halo Infinite Warthog is that it took the Halo 4 model, but just subtracted. So it removed the off-road cage. So to me, the Infinite Warthog, it just looks like a naked Halo 4 Warthog. It looks like something's missing from the design, because something is missing from the design. So, you know, it looks like unfinished in a way that's hard to describe. Like that chassis of the Halo 4 Warthog, it was designed to be complemented by the cage. You can't just take the cage off and then say, voila, everything's done, you know? It's going to look naked. It's going to look like something's off. You know, there's these weird grooves along the hood of it, like something was supposed to be there. Revolved health packs need to be manually picked up. Oh, like Reach. Okay, got it. Thank you, man. The thing about the Halo 4 and 5 Warthog I can't stand are the asymmetrical headlights. Dude, I love asymmetrical stuff on vehicles. I love when there's like a janky, like two stacked lights on the left side of the vehicle as opposed to them like cleanly spread out. It's very nitpicky, but like I think asymmetrical stuff can look cool on a vehicle. Gives it that kind of like tough guy lopsided look. Here, let's check out another mod. Because we've been doing Combat Revolved for a little while now. And that is damn cool, by the way. Halo 2 Uncut. Halo 2 Uncut, that's one that I'm going to have to chew through for a while. Okay, no ODST ones. Surprisingly, no Halo 4 ones either yet. I guess people are still chewing through the recently released mod tools. Trying to figure out what's going on with that. Saving Sergeant Johnson. Cursed Halo 3. Should we do Cursed Halo 3, guys? Should we do Cursed Halo 3? I'll do it. I've never played Cursed Halo 3, so we can play Cursed Halo 3 if you want. My only complaint with the 343 Warthog is the shield. It needs to be octagonal again. Yeah, I do miss the octagonal turret shield. But the gas can. No, the gas cans on the back of the Halo 4 Warthog look completely fine. They complement it. Because it's like you've got this like very like green across the whole thing. It's just like green, green, green. And then you've got the back, which looks very bare. And if you were to remove the gas cans, it would look awkward because the camera's right behind it. So it's like, yeah, throw some red on there to break up the color a little bit. Make them gas cans. Xperia said Doom uses nostalgia plus added new things to make it a masterpiece. Joe should do that with Halo 7. Will Halo 7 or Halo Infinite 2 drop by 2025 or 2026? A couple of years from now would probably be a good estimate for whatever the next Halo title is going to be. But it's 343. They've got to do a bit more than nostalgia, because I think they use nostalgia with Halo Infinite. They use nostalgia quite a bit. The problem is the rest of the game needs to also be complete. Check out the nighttime mods in Halo 2 and 3. All right, Cursed Halo 3. Let's turn on the music, by the way. Actually, I'm not sure if the music, I should keep it off. Just so that if I ever wanted to clip this into a video. Oh no. Okay, here we go, guys. You guys ready? Actually, let's put it on normal. We're not going to cheat through this. We're going to play this for real. And look what we got right here. Definitely recommend Ultimate Firefight. Mythic, I don't know if you just joined, man. We got lost playing Halo Reach Mythic for about an hour.
They let me pick.
You killed it again, dude.
Did I ever tell you that? Choose whichever Spartan I wanted.
Razorback is the love child of a warthog and an armored car. The perfect evolution of the troop warthog. Also octagonal shields as a cosmetic option. That's what I was hoping they'd do. Have it be a cosmetic option.
Like the others, you were strong and swift and brave.
Is there a narrative to Cursed Halo 3? I doubt it.
But you had something they didn't. Something no one
Are the
saw
cutscenes
coming.
important right now? Because if the cutscenes are not important, we can skip them for real.
Luck.
The flare in Cursed Halo 3 is OP. Okay, don't spoil, okay? All right, here we go.
Look up here, sir.
Okay, let's also turn off these. Let's get a raw Halo 3 experience video.
Okay.
All right, things are normal so far.
Now down here. Good.
Oh no, never mind. I take that back. Look at what's that on Johnson's hip.
Checks out, Sergeant Major.
Kick off the training wheels, Corporal. He's good to go.
I'm just gonna see if somebody took advantage of this to do something goofy here.
The arbiter's with us. Come on now.
What's wrong with that pistol?
We've got enough to worry about without you two trying to kill each other.
Were it so easy.
Okay, here we go. Oh God. All right, I'm in for it. Hang on, wait a minute. What is that?
Move out. Quiet as you can.
Done brick. What's that? Huh? What is this?
Let's get moving, Chief. Come on, I'll lead you out.
What the fuck? Checkpoint confidence. Go melee grunt in the face. What is this?
Bravo team, this is Johnson. We got him.
Okay,
Fall back to the extraction point.
come on, guys. Let's get going. We gotta escape from this jungle. Oh my God, this guy freaking made HUD elements for his cursed nonsense that are in the style of the Halo HUD. There was art put into this. But hurry before they eat all the steak without you. Yeah, that's a good point. We gotta have the summer barbecue. Okay, let's hide.
Sergeant Major, Phantom inbound.
Things are relatively okay right now. I mean, I say that with this on the screen, but... Okay. What is this? What's going on? Hang on, I'm trying to understand this pistol. What is this thing supposed to do? Does it just yank me towards people? Oh my god. Hang on. That's right. Sure. What the hell is going on? What's this? What is this? This isn't cursed. This is badass looking. Why is this cursed? This is cool. Yeah, this isn't cursed. This is badass. Oh god. It's time to knock out some grunts. Do you see them going flying? Oh no. You gotta be joking. What is this? I can't use the plasma pistol. A compensating gravity lift? Wait a minute. Alright, alright. I can vibe with it. A gravity lift that goes a little bit too crazy. Dude, I'm not following what's going on. There's so much chaos. I feel like the Covenant just killed themselves. These brutes are tough. No, they aren't. Their own weapons are turning against them. A grappling hook. Is that what it is? Why is his hand up like this? Why is there a random light on the boxing glove? A random light? Well, because it's a futuristic boxing glove. Silly. Let's see what's hiding over here. Picked up a laser light show. Oh no. Hang on. Why does it have a ridiculous zoom? Oh my god. What is this gonna do? Ah! It pushes me back. Hang on, watch this. Watch this. We're gonna go flying. Hang on, I'm gonna get a second one. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Damn it! A rock caught me. Okay, take two. Here we go. Yoop! Okay, I probably shouldn't have got that fast. You doing okay up there, RB? Did you hear him just go, and then he just floated up. Need to know your definitive opinion. The flamethrower, ignoring base stats or performance. Is it better as a slot weapon or a support weapon? That's a damn good question. I'd say probably a support weapon because it's so situational that I feel like it could make for a good set piece weapon. Yeah, this thing's, we're keeping this thing. But that being said, it depends on the combat context. We've never really seen it actually function in a first-person setting. What is going on, guys? Okay. Yeah, I'm not too sure if I can say that the Needler is cursed. The Needler seems to be badass for all intents and purposes. But this thing's definitely something else. Let's go flying.
But I can't raise Bravo. If you find him, get him to the extraction point.
All right. Crap, we're not going to be able to save that guy. What is it? What is this? Is this a rocket? Wait, hang on. Look, look, I've got like rockets as a grenade. Let's try this. Come here, buddy. Whoa! There he goes. Let's do this. What if I throw it on a Marine? Hang on. Come here. You're going to be my guinea pig. Oh. I didn't know she was going to go that far. I thought I was just going to zip around the environment. And now what's this? It looks like a jug of water? Like a pail of water? Does anybody else see that? What is this? Is this just a rock? Whoa! What the hell? What is this? What the hell? Halo in Ohio is just Halo 3 1.5. Can anybody else verify that? Someone forgot that the Halo CE flamethrower exists. It does exist. What I mean is we haven't really seen it in like an AI situation. That's what I mean. Like the CE flamethrower has always been more of an oddity than an actual part of the sandbox. It only lives on in like mods and PC exclusive maps where honestly it wasn't like a lot of time and effort didn't go into making it work. Rebecca's really a big fan of Halo in Ohio. What the hell is this? What is this? Picked up a dart gun. Wait. What does it do? It makes a stinky cloud? Oh my god, it does make a stinky cloud. Oh my god, there's a ton of Marines everywhere. Oh my god, hang on. Wait, does this thing just... Wait, what's wrong with those Banshees? Wonder if... Are the fish still in here? The friendly fish, or have they been messed with too? Yep, there they are. Okay. Let's get out of the water. Oh my... You see his limb stretch? Well, what the fuck? What's wrong with this guy's dart gun? Why is it so long? Are they all this long?
Same team.
There's nothing wrong with the Banshees. They've been improved. They've been improved, have they? Okay, this is a stun gun. Oh, is that supposed to be a badge? Okay. That's why his hand is like that. Okay. I don't think the Covenant are gonna listen to are gonna comply with Earth law, you know? I don't think you could exactly place a brute under arrest. I think it would just like eat my face off. Damn, this thing's awesome, man. Okay, let's see if I can move bigger objects. Yeah. Oh my god, can I use this as just a weapon to knock Covenant around? What is going on? They're killing themselves. What is happening? What is that? Okay, hang on. We gotta get out of here. Something crazy's going on. Picked up a brute scoot? What's a brute scoot? What the fuck? Did you see that poor grunt? It didn't. Did the grenade start chasing it? Hang on. Go melee a grunt in the face. Halo Infinite bots would snipe you from across the map with flamethrower puffs. They probably would. And then you put them in a close quarters situation and they wouldn't know how to melee. I say that. The Halo Infinite bots are pretty damn good. Like, as in they feel kind of like players, outside of some oddities. What is this? What is going... What the hell? What is a brute scoot? Where are those things going? I just release the grenades and then they get like a mind of their own and they just go run off. Look, there they go. There goes the brute scoots. I hope they find whatever they're looking for. What is this? Golden plants. Where's the carbine? Let's see what this nonsense is. A fertility rifle. What? What the hell? What? To be frank, one could argue that the Halo 3 flamethrower didn't have much effort put into it, given its practical non-existence in both campaign and multiplayer contexts. Yeah, for sure. It feels almost like the Halo 3 flamethrower. It was more of like we have this turret system. We got to pad it out with some stuff. And then there was also a desire to make cool flame effects. So they were like, let's bring back the flamethrower. And that was about the extent of the experimentations. I'm not sure what the flamethrower could do in combat. I mean, maybe just for fun, but that would require them to have good flame effects. And from Halo Infinite, from what we've seen, the slipspace engine is hurting when it comes to like convincing looking flame effects. Find your Johnson by. Wait, never mind. Wrong game. What does this thing do? What is going on over there? Is that like a sprinkler? Maybe we can punt some grunts at the Phantom to knock it down. Is that like a water gun? I freaking love that grunt quote. Legs, don't fail me now. Oh my god, we got rockets, boys. Hang on. There he goes. There he goes. Oh lord, they scootin'. LNG, I'm gonna go. This is very strange. I don't blame you, okay? Cursed Halo is a very reactionary mod. It requires a lot of attention because you don't quite understand what's going on. Oh my god, hang on. Damn it. A flamethrower could be an area denial like what the Ravager was meant to be. That's true. But like the Ravager also exists now. Goes that poor jackal. Is it going to get him through the ceiling? Oh, damn it. Do you want the Covenant Carbine back in Infinite? Yes, but I also think that Halo Infinite, there are a lot of guns right now that I think would take priority over the Covenant Carbine. 343, they're not very quick as developers. They're very slow and sluggish to respond. And so I would rather that they put the time and effort right now into getting some of the key stuff back, like the plasma rifle, shotgun. And then from there, start getting the fan favorites back, you know? What is going on? Yo, what's the occasion? Nothing is the occasion. How are you doing? We're currently playing Cursed Halo 3, and it's... I hope I'm not cynical. I think Cursed Halo 1 was a lot better. I feel like Halo 1 was a lot more of like a template, you know? It was more of like a clean template, where unfortunately I think Halo 3, there isn't quite as much wiggle room to do shenanigans with. Oh my god. There goes the brute and scoot. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get to the weapon cache up here, see what shenanigans they got, and then I think I'm going to dip and try a different mod. Interdimensional marble. Infinite doesn't have any new weapons or vehicles yet, does it? No, it currently does not. Is SPV3 still the best custom campaign, do you think? Maybe. I mean, not in terms of like quality, you know, because SPV, it's more just like quantity, you know. Halo SPV3 is so much. So much. The Golden City, Curious George. Saving Sergeant Johnson. I think we tried Saving Sergeant Johnson. Here, let's try Extraction Point. I haven't actually tried this yet. Yeah, I haven't tried this one yet. Thoughts on the plasma repeater? The animations are cool. But more probably could have been done to make it interesting, you know? I don't know how you feel about self-promotion, but I sink a lot of love into my multiplayer map. Don't worry about it. If you made something cool, give me a link to it. Is it Mod Tools? Let me know, and we can check it out for sure, okay? Let's make the guns look cool. For the stream, at least. All right, we got the pistol down there, looking pretty snazzy. Almost looks like a Destiny weapon, the way I've got it. Assault rifle, let's make that look a little bit bigger, a little bit beefier. All right. There, what do you think? Makes the guns look a little bit meatier. This is pretty cool so far. It almost gives me like Lemuria vibes. Make it function like a real-world napalm-based flamethrower and make it a glorified damage over time shotgun. Give me my 100-meter streams of war crime juice. That could be actually cool. Like, the idea being that the flamethrower, it's not a close-range weapon at all. It's very dangerous if used at close range. So it's something that you're flinging. It's almost like a bunker buster. You could use it to like take down those Covenant sniper towers. It's for Halo 1, okay? Should I subscribe? Dude, I'd love if you subscribe. I'd love it even more if you subscribed to and liked the content you watched. Yeah, it's a Halo 1 map? Okay. Let me know what it is, and I'll check it out on the Steam Workshop, okay? This is already a pretty cool mod. I think this thing's performing a bit like the Magnum from Halo 1. I'm not sure if maybe that's just confirmation bias. Not confirmation bias. No, that's not the wrong one. I'm not sure if it's like a placebo. Oh, boy. You know what this is giving me vibes of? Hang on. This reminds me of Battlefront. 2005. The, not Kashyyyk, the Yavin 4 map. I'm not sure why. Just something about this reminds me of the Yavin 4 map from Battlefront 2005. Brute plasma rifles. Okay. I can't link it here, but it's called the Lava Lab. It's in the workshop. Lava Lab. Lava Lab, you say? Let me check. Community Hub, Workshop, Lava Lab. I think I see it. Okay. Very colorful. I see an ODST SMG there, I think. Okay, it is downloading, my friend. We have captured a command post. Indeed. Or if you're on the Empire side, wait, no. I was about to quote something, but then I forgot the quote. What is it? They have captured the command post. Fight for it. Dude, Battlefront 2, the original one, it's so good, man. Like, it still holds up extremely well. And I get, like, there are people that in hindsight criticize, like, the controls and the shooting mechanics and stuff because, like, it's not very skill-based, you know? There aren't a lot of things that you can do, like modern shooters and stuff like that. And here's my argument for why I actually think it works really well and is only aged better and better as time has gone on. It's not made for, like, skilled shooter folk, you know? It's mostly made as, like, a casual, fun experience. Like, it's aimed at a kind of, like, general audience. You got Battlefield, which is a lot more hardcore, and then you've got Battlefront 2, the original pandemic one, which is just, like, for all ages, kind of. And I think, almost in, like, a Smash Bros. Sense, there's enough simplicity and accessibility there that I think it can be enjoyed by most people. Where the new Battlefront from 2017, I don't think that can be enjoyed by most people because there are mechanics there to make it a little bit more intensive. You know, like the good players are good and will only get better as they master the mechanics. And so I think if you go into that original pandemic Battlefront game and you view it as like, this is kind of like Smash Bros. It's like a party game. It's just a fun, good time for everybody. Then you're gonna have a good, fun time. I wonder why the clone troopers, though, in Pandemic's Battlefront had American accents. For the Republic! Watch those wrist rockets! This is pretty cool. I'm not sure if this is an original level, but it gives me Combat Evolved vibes, or mods from Combat Evolved. Makes me wish that Halo 3 had more open-ish combat zones like these. Because Halo 3, it was more open than Halo 2, but it still definitely had that, like, that funnel to it that's very hard to explain. That's another command post for the Republic. It's very reminiscent of Lumoria. Exactly. Halo 4 and 5 were called the Redemption Era, but Halo 6 was their real redemption ticket. Fur 343? No, Halo 4 and 5, they were called the Reclaimer Saga. And that was for narrative purposes. Oh, God. They've got supers! Enemy command post under control. Well, what faction says that? Was it the Battle Droids? It is pretty cool that they kind of like ended Battlefront 2017 support with bringing back a semi semi-command post type mode. They still DICE, it's kind of sad that the Battlefront revival, they never actually embraced the fact that the Battlefront series, it's always been a Battlefield clone. You've got command posts you have to capture. Typically, there's 5 of them on any given map. The maps are large. There's lots of enemies. You've got your classes, such as the engineer, the sharpshooter, and stuff. At the command posts that you capture, there's typically vehicles for you to get inside and pilot and run around with. Like, they were just Battlefield clones with a Star Wars skin. And it does bug me still to this day when people say that the EA Battlefront games were just Battlefield with a Star Wars skin, because it's like, no, man. They would have been a lot better if they were. It's like DICE was very, very anxious about the game being compared to Battlefield, and so they tried to creatively and mechanically separate it from the Battlefield series. Just, I don't know, man. I would have loved to just have a Battlefield Star Wars game with modern production value, you know? But heroes versus villains. Heroes versus villains. Was Heroes versus Villains the mode with, in 2017 where it was like you've got the, well, heroes versus villains? I'll be honest, I didn't play much Heroes versus Villains. It always seemed like that thing where it's like it's not really balanced in a fair way, just like the heroes by their very nature. Like, they're not supposed to go toe-to-toe with each other. They're always supposed to be running around on the field, so it always felt like it was very one-sided, Heroes versus Villains. I'm not sure if they eventually balanced it out. But I would have probably preferred Assault on Mos Eisley, like the original game, where it was just everybody's running around as a hero or a villain, and you can respawn and everything, and it's not this, like, tournament-style thing. Dude, this mod is pretty cool so far. Ironic that the actual BF title was so far from what people wanted in Battlefield. Oh, well, Battlefield 1, I think, was what... You know what's funny? I'm going to have a little hot take here. I don't know if anybody else agrees with me. Battlefield 1 felt like it was kind of like a pandemic Battlefield game. Like the randomized bullet spread on the weapons, the flamethrower basically being kind of like a hero pickup. Like, Battlefield 1, it kind of sucks that the original EA 2015 Battlefront game, it was like Call of Duty. It had, like, you know, loadouts and stuff that you could customize, no classes or anything. And then Battlefield 1 came out a year later, and it was this super casual Battlefield experience with kind of like a randomized weapon spread, and it was very casual, very accessible, big focus on scale. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Do they have Spartan lasers? Damn it. Play into the psychological effects where enemies retreat, flee quicker when they have their buddies, get torched, also have flame projectile stun-on effect. For the flamethrower? That could be cool, like having AI interact with it in a very different way. Yeah, let's do that. Custom multiplayer. Okay, let me... Any moment now. Come on, Halo, you got this. There we go. Okay, modded maps. Let's see if it shows up. I hope I don't have to just, like, restart. Damn, I might have to restart. Okay. Give me a second. Let me restart the MCC, okay? Which FPS game do you think has the best squad mechanics? Which FPS game has the best squad mechanics? That's hard to say because I haven't played all of them. I mean, people are probably going to say Arma. They're probably going to play Squad, and I don't have a lot of experience with those games. And when you mean squad mechanics, do you mean like classes, kind of like Battlefield, or do you mean something that's a little bit more like the mechanics themselves encourage players to play together and take care of each other? There it is, Lava Lab. Okay, let's give this a try. Let's see what this map is like. Sonic Gulch, does it have the Mystic Ruins? Probably. You know, Train to the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon. Where this, I know this animation from somewhere. Was it inspired by something, or is it ported from something? This is pretty cool. It gives me, weirdly enough, Half-Life vibes. Okay, Forerunner Ruins. Being researched. Test lab. Science experiment gone wrong, possibly? This is cool. Really cool, actually. Whoa. Original pistol animations. Let's pick up this. Whoa. Okay, and it's got original guns, too. Can we drive these? No. To the labs. What is this? What the hell? What the hell? Okay, it's you completely exhaust the magazine in one trigger press. This feels like a lost map from an old shooter from the late 90s to early 2000s. It's just the aesthetic and everything. It doesn't even look like Combat Evolved. It feels like, yeah, it feels like ripped out of time. This is really cool. Uh-oh. The battle rifle in the Combat Evolved engine. Yeah, the bursts don't feel quite right. Which is a trademark of the Combat Evolved engine. It couldn't support burst weapons. This is cool, man. Okay. What else is down here? There's something sinister down there, so I don't want to try dropping down to see it. That's a slick pistol reload. Check the ladder. Check the ladder for I made that. Sorry, I'm having trouble. I'm having trouble reading for a second. I remember that auto mag model from a custom edition mod. Ah, okay, gotcha. I gotta say, the battle rifle, this view model looks sick for it. Here's the plasma rifle. I want to find some more original guns. Are there any that I missed? I mean, there's the pistol. We've already tried that out. Hey, LNG, would you prefer an in-real-life energy sword or a gravity hammer? Both have infinite ammo. Probably an energy sword, because it would be easier to store. Because I don't know where I'd put a gravity hammer. I don't even know if I'd be able to swing a gravity hammer. I just have this giant, like, 12-foot-long thing. And I can't hold it because it's too heavy. And I can't store it anywhere because it's too big. Hey, I bet you've never played all the Gears of War games. You should do it. Oh, no, 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 no. I have played them. Gears of War 2 is freaking awesome. It's still one of my favorite third-person shooters of all time. Gears of War 3 it's pretty good. It's just a little bit of a letdown, just because of how like colossal Gears of War 2 was. Gears of War 4 is pretty badass. It's a great reboot of the series. Just, you know, a little bit anxious of doing something new. And then Gears of War 5 is also pretty good, minus some of the open worldy bits, which I don't think worked quite as well. ODST pistol, but weird. The gravity hammer weighs about 80 pounds. Yeah, like I'm not going to be able to do anything with a gravity hammer if I had one in real life. Whereas an energy sword, I'm willing to bet I could swing it, you know? Hey, man, what kind of mic is that? It is a Focusrite USB microphone. I'm trying to think of what you could probably do with this. Having this thing be above, you could probably, like, you know, every now and then you check down there to see if there's, like, people running around, and you could toss a couple of these down. Yeah. Okay. This map's cool. Dude, you did good work. The locker room is the last unvisited room. Okay, let's go look for the locker room. That reload animation looks good, though. I feel like I recognize it from SPV3. Let's go find the locker room, okay? To the labs. I like this. I like this, that I can read signs and stuff. I guess we could check out the labs. Maybe there will be a way to the locker room from the labs. To the garage. We'll just keep going until we see the correct sign. Does this work in multiplayer? Like, could you start up a Slayer match? I could certainly try, I guess. No exit permitted. Okay, that's the exit. We could try. I'm not sure how many folks would be willing to join, though. Let's see what's going on out here. Oh, it's snowy outside. There's like a blizzard. It has no sign, yes. The locker room is on the top level. Okay, we're on the top level. Let's find the locker room. Wherever it may be. Oh, is this just the locker room? Okay. Yeah, and you can look outside and you can see the snowstorm. Dude, this is good shit. I love the atmosphere of this map. Like I said, it feels like ripped out of time. Like, it feels like Half-Life. The vibes, at least. That's also cool that you included the steam coming from the pipes. It's not just like an empty, flat room with some pipes. You actually have a bit of atmosphere. Dude, good work. This map has some vibes. That was cool. Do you need to download it? Maybe not. Do you have to? I don't think you need to download maps, actually. Here, let's... Multiplayer. Custom games, you cannot access this feature because easy anti-cheat isn't enabled. Crap. Okay. Custom multiplayer. No, we can't do a server browser thing. I don't think you can join custom matches. Sorry. Sorry about that, guys. And that's probably outside of the developer's control, unfortunately. I hope that they can get something working. Don't stare at the center. Intensity. Combat Evolved. Let's try this. Thank you. It took a while to learn how to make it. You knocked it out of the park. It's good. Really good. Really damn good. And now this feels ripped out of Halo 2. And it's got original weapons. A bolt rifle? Wait, hang on. Does this thing reload each shell at the... hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool! That's cool. I think I said on my last stream, but this... that is one of my favorite Halo sounds ever. The sound of the Halo 2 SMG specifically. This is pretty cool looking. It's crazy how far people can push the Combat Evolved engine. Like, you've got the previous map that we tried where it felt like it was able to, like, dip its toes into, like, maybe 2 to 3 years before Combat Evolved and really channel that, like, Half-Life aesthetic. But then you've got this where it is just pushing into 2004 territory with, like, Halo 2 aesthetics. And I think it also says something, just that, like, the animation quality, like this Halo Combat Evolved engine, it could do some pretty cool things in first person. Aw, this weapon. I recognize this little thing. I think this was that plasma shotgun thing that was in the other mod, the custom map. This is pretty dope. All right, let's check out a different map. Let's try Sonic Gulch. The train for the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon, and we are boarding that train right now. Okay, it's set at night. No Mystic Ruins so far. Maybe. Maybe. I don't want to speak too soon. Whoa! I jump really high for some reason. Got Tails' plane. This is the tornado. What the hell? Why am I a little man? Look at me, I'm a little man. Don't give Sonic a gun. Oh my god. Which model of Sonic is that, though? That's the question. See if I can get a good view. I think it might... No, it's not an original model. Those shoes, they look familiar. And judging by the way that the spines are positioned, this is pre-Sonic... This is pre-Sonic Lost World, when they repositioned that middle spine on the back of its head. 2 questions. Would you be willing to host a Patreon game night with these maps? And how do I contact you for a voice acting thing a friend and I are writing? My DMs are open. My DMs are open. Feel free to reach out to me there. And as for a Patreon hosted game night, just you guys wait. I have an idea. What we're gonna be doing is we the community are gonna make a Halo Infinite map pack. And I'm gonna need the help of the Patreon. The Patreon page to my Patreon page to help. I'm going to need you guys' help with coming up with the name for the map pack. We're going to play test the maps a lot, try to see which ones are going to get into it. I'm going to be hosting a contest. I'm going to make a video about it. What's going on? I'm like stuck. How do I get out? Okay. Okay, some of this feels just a little bit unfinished. But I mean, I think that this map is all... Oh my god, is that Eggman's... his Eggmobile? Oh yeah. Oh my god. And I already got it stuck in here. Let's see if we can drive it out. Nope, it's stuck in here. Damn it. Okay. That is so freaking cool. Is that the one robot from Sonic X? Sonic X. It's been forever since I've seen that show, and every time I try to revisit it, it's worse than I remember, unfortunately. They gave Shadow a gun, now it's Sonic's turn. That's true. That's true. I guess it was, you know, only a matter of time before they gave Sonic a Glock. Yeah, Sonic Halo for some goddamn reason. That cave is mighty suspicious, if you ask me. There's got to be a Chao Garden hidden here somewhere, right? What sort of maps? Like custom game modes and party maps, or more serious stuff? Well, I think that's what the patrons and I are going to figure out. Because what I was thinking was, this is probably going to go up in the next few days, okay? I'm going to start a discussion with some of you guys who are patrons, and we're going to have to hash out the details and figure out how we're going to make the map pack work. What's the formula going to be? But the logic, what I have as a base point, so any of you guys who are patrons right now, here's what the discussion is here's what you need to know going into the discussion. What I had in mind was 2 arena maps, 2 big team battle maps, and then a goofy, wacky map. And then what we're going to have to figure out then beyond that is, are we going to follow the Halo Infinite formula where all of these maps have to be designed for Halo Infinite's mechanics? Those weapons, they have to be on racks and they have to be bolted to the walls. Or are we going to do something a bit more classic? Same for Big Team Battle. You know, do we want it to be more like a classic Big Team Battle experience, 8v8? Or are we doing the 24 players? Can we even? Oh my god. Pillar of Autumn. What the hell? Yo. This is cool. Yeah, what is this? Is this a space station? Dude, I love the vibes of Halo Combat Evolved. I just love the atmosphere that this engine gives off is very hard to replicate. Can I knock that down so I can get it? Nope, now it's just stuck in the back of the Pelican. Okay, that's fair. This is pretty dope. This feels like a Lost Halo Combat Evolved multiplayer map. Eggman used a literal laser Glock in the IDW comics, tried to blow Tails away. Well, he's done even worse than that. Remember in Sonic Adventure 2? When he held Amy at gunpoint? He was like, "You're too slow! Get here now, or she will die!" Like, Eggman used to threaten to kill people with, like, handguns. Granted, that was with his older voice actor. I feel like Mike Pollock, he's been embedded a little bit too much in the silly, wacky Eggman. So I don't know if you could have, like, Mike Pollock's Eggman holding a gun and, like, threatening to kill people and stuff. You don't need to have weapons on racks and pads to give them a diegetic in-world respawn timers and whatnot. Just display them all as HUD indicators. Easy. That's true. That's true. That is definitely true. Shadow and his pump action MP5. There's definitely that. Oh, funny story. I think one of Blur's animators came out of the woodworks recently and spoke and said that the reason Shadow pumped like a rifle or like a submachine gun like it was a shotgun was because, for reference, they had a toy shotgun. But then the actual like model that they used, it was a rifle. So it was just like a mix-up. I like the content, but I have questions you haven't answered. 1, have you heard of Evolved? 2, Evolve. Like Evolve as in the game with the giant lizard things? If so, have you played it? And I need answers, but I do like Pepsi. Yeah, Pepsi's pretty good. You can't drink too much of it, though, because it's very bad for you. But Evolve, yeah, I played Evolve. Evolve was fun for like a hot minute. It's kind of a pity that it didn't really go anywhere, you know? It's sad, in fact. Alrighty, multiplayer, custom multiplayer. Do I have any other classics? Modded maps, Chiron Station, Halo 3, modded maps. Check out some of the, Geonosis. I haven't actually seen the Geonosis. Here, look at this. The Resident Evil 4 Village. We're going to check this out quickly. Watching on self-imposed delay, I've never heard of soap shoes, but they seem like Heelys to me. If you have gotten to this point, you are correct. They are like Heelys, but way, 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 way more dangerous. Oh boy. Okay, so there are some Halo guns in this Resident. Oh man. Yeah, this is straight up the Resident Evil 4 Village. There's the shotgun. You can hop out here, go around the side. I want to see if they have anything up in the church. Or actually, before we go to the church, let's check out... Okay, we can dual wield the pistols. The Broken Butterfly, that's what this was called, right? Hey, anybody else who played Resident Evil 4, when you picked up the Broken Butterfly, did you also incorrectly think that they were telling me that the weapon was broken and needed to be fixed, and because of that you never used it? Because I certainly did. This is so freaking cool, man. This is really the Resident Evil 4 Village. God, please be good, Resident Evil 4 Remake. Please be good. Have you checked out Halo 3 Combat Evolved? I have checked it out. I've checked it out in the past, though, so who knows where it is now, but we could probably end the stream with it, to be honest. Eggman blew up the moon, and not once has anyone ever held him accountable for it. Well, Eggman's done a little bit more than blow up the moon. He's, well, no, he did a little bit less. He blew up half the moon. Okay, I currently do not have any sound mods downloaded, so I assume that there are appropriate sound mods for all these. Oh my god, look, we're not stormtroopers. Man, too much Disney. We're clone troopers. It was a very good choice to have the elephant on this map. None of the vehicles, though. Here, we're not going to get anywhere in this thing. What in God's name are you playing? This is Geonosis. Given that Sonic's used swords multiple times in different games up to now, I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled a Halo 3 and used some big laser that got pulled off of a robot. I wonder if a big laser would be like something Sega would be okay with. Like a gun, I don't think they'd ever give Sonic a gun. I don't even think they'd give Shadow a gun anymore. But a laser, it would have to be like a cartoon laser. It couldn't be like a laser that looked like, you know, a real firearm. It would have to be like a cannon or something like that. You know, something super, super cartoony. Yeah, this is just straight up the Battle of Geonosis. Oh my god, custom vehicles. All right, boys. Oh my god, okay. There should be Star Wars vehicles on the map. Yeah, I've found one of them now. They allowed Tails to shoot in the tornado. Yeah, but he didn't, like, shoot living beings, and they weren't, like, guns, you know? This is so weird, seeing this thing in the Halo 3 engine. Like, with all this smoke. Could you imagine if people could get like proper bots working that functioned relatively like they did back in the original Battlefront? Get the music in there. Alrighty. That laser gun Eggman used in IDW looked like a Glock, so it's possible. Okay, well, if it looked like a Glock, then I guess that's possible. Alrighty, guys. I am going to hop off the stream for a little bit, okay? But, yeah, this was good fun. Thank you guys for joining me, and I shall see you on the next video, whenever that is. Alrighty, guys.